Welcome back to RX Muscles in studio. And today in our studios here in Cape Coral, Florida is IFBB 212 Pro Samir Troudi. Hey.
Hi, Dave.
You're in my neck of the woods now.
Yes, first time.
Last time I saw Samir was in Dubai. Yeah. We were at the Dubai Mall with, I guess, the Burj Khalifa overlooking us, and we were eating all-you-can-eat sushi there.
Yes,
it was delicious.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, that was a good meal, actually. That was a good call on your part. You know, the funny thing was, my client came the next day and took me out to dinner. We went back to the mall again, and then another person took us out to dinner. Another client of mine, the third day I was there, and we went back to the mall again. So I'm like very well versed at the Dubai Mall now.
I usually don't go to the Dubai Mall. I don't like it. It's so big, but I go there when friends come to visit.
Yeah, it's like a tourist trap.
Yeah,
is what it really is. I feel like I'm completely in Las Vegas in that mall.
Yeah.
Now let's talk a little bit about you competed at the Tampa Pro. Now, last year, you had a very good year.
Yeah.
You placed third at the Arnold, 212. You placed third, I believe, in Fiji, and then also at the New Zealand.
Yeah, and also I placed third at the EVS Prague, so I had 4 third placings.
I didn't realize that. I forgot the Prague one. So, I mean, you had a very good year. And a lot of people said, all right, you know what? 2019 is going to be Samir's year. He's going to come in here, and he's going to really establish himself. Maybe he's a guy to beat for the 212 vacated Olympia title. What happened from last year to this year, do you think, that caused you to place 11th place in Tampa?
Well, I started my prep this year with an injury. So I was in bed for like 6 weeks.
Oh, what happened?
I injured a disc, herniated a disc.
How do you do that? Tell us. I mean, was it a freak accident?
No, it was in the gym. I had disc problems since before, and I have very weak discs. So I was doing like a leg press, and it just hit me again. So this is the second time that I got it, and this time it was severe compared to the last.
Now, what when this happens? Are you like leg pressing when this is happening?
Yeah, I was leg pressing.
And what, would you just feel something pop?
No, I just feel like a sharp pain in the hip, more or less. So it's when the pain in the hip is because of the disc when it's gets herniated, it presses to the nerve. So it's kind of the nerve pain.
Do you feel like a shock? Or
yeah. So I was in bed for like 6 weeks. So I lost 10 kgs. So when we started the prep, we had like 12 weeks to get ready for the.
And when you say you were in bed for 6 weeks, were you literally laying in bed?
Yeah,
for 6 weeks?
Yeah, for 23 hours more or less, I was in bed because of the pain.
That much pain?
Yeah, and I had one meal every day, which was McDonald's, so like 1,200 calories. That was the only thing I can eat when I was lying on back without with the appetite loss that I had. So since I lost 10 kgs, what we had to do when we started the prep, we basically had to put on size again.
Right.
So the first 4 weeks of the prep, we put on size. So that meant that I had 8 weeks to diet for the first show.
Right, which probably wasn't enough time.
It wasn't enough time, and I was stupid to do it. But the thing is, when I decide to do something, I'll go through it. But it wasn't enough time. So, and even for the Dallas show, it wasn't enough time.
Now, what happens eventually? Just the pain subsided in your back?
I still have the pain. It's still there. I'm gonna go back now to Dubai and start a treatment with a guy in a chiropractor is called Dr. Adeline. He has some new equipment which do like extensions of the spine. It kind of stretch out the spine so that this goes back into place.
Interesting.
So we're gonna do that, but I mean, like, eventually the pain got less. So after like 6-7 weeks, I could start training again, and then I had to like wait another 2-3 weeks to train legs.
I imagine it's got to be scary to go back to the gym at that point because you're like, what if this happens again?
It is scary, but also sometimes the thing is you learn how to train around every injury that you get. So the first couple of weeks you just try different movements, see what works. So I train heavy now, but I don't do squats, I don't do deadlifts, I don't do certain leg presses where I feel like I'm putting pressure on the.
Well, how do you train your legs then?
I do like walking lunges, hip belt squats, some pendulum squats I can do. I can do some seated leg presses, Bulgarian split squats, leg extensions. So there is ways to train the quads, and to be honest, I felt that I got my quads back to where they were before.
Right. Do you feel like almost like you're training at a disadvantage now because you can't train the way you have to? I always wanted to be able to train all out. You know,
no, not really. The only thing is you have to put your ego aside because I cannot go under the squat bar and do heavy squats. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I also feel like this had made me better, what do you say, athlete, because I learned how to train around the injury. Mm-hmm. And also it's the same when it comes to my back, because I had to change my back routines. And my back has actually been better. It developed more since the injury. Mm.
Now, when you get an injury like that and you go to the doctor and I'm sure the doctor says, look, you probably shouldn't be weight training with heavy weights, right?
Yeah, they tell me that you shouldn't train at all.
Yeah. What's the downside? What's the worst that can happen? The thing can rupture the disc, right?
Yeah, but the disc was ruptured. So because it's herniated. So one of the discs were ruptured, the other one was bulging. Mm-hmm. And both of them were pressing on the sciatica nerve. So I still have sciatica nerve pain. It comes and goes, and some days it's better and some days it's worse. But I mean, like, for the doctor, the only thing he can say is like, don't train. Because he cannot say go train, because it's probably going to make it worse, and then I'm going to end up suing him or whatever.
But are you worried? Do you think to yourself, oh shit, I'm going to have serious problems 10 years from now if I don't...
No, because it's the kind of injury that heals itself. So as long as I'm being careful.
Is there any surgery they can do to fix it?
They can probably do surgery, but surgery is the last way out. So I would rather skip that. So.
All right. So you competed in, I think, what were you, in Dallas?
I did the Toronto Pro first, and then the Dallas, which was the week after.
Right. And where you were 10th and 11th, I think?
I think it was something like that, 10 or 9 or 11.
Is that discouraging for you? How do you deal with that mentally after doing so well last year? Or do you say, you know what, I had a bad injury, let's just chalk it up to a bad experience?
The thing was, I wanted to give it a try. I mean, like, maybe I was better than I thought I was, but I was fat both those shows. Mm-hmm. So I went back to Dubai and said to myself, I need to do another show because I can still qualify to the Olympia if I get enough points or if I win Tampa. Mm. So I started to prepare myself for Tampa. So I did Tampa, it's a couple of days ago. So, and I actually think I was much, much better at Tampa, but I don't know, the judges thought different.
Well, 212 class are the most, I would say those guys are the most conditioned guys out there because you got to make a weight.
Yeah.
It seems like the top guys are always striated glutes, peel to the bone. And if you don't bring that level of conditioning, it seems like they don't reward it.
Exactly. And I feel that as well, but I also feel like bodybuilding shouldn't just be about conditioning. It should be about conditioning, but I mean, like, it's one thing showing up in a bad conditioning.
That's you in Tampa with the Guy Sistonino.
Yeah, that's the day after. We did some posing at the fam gym.
And you look nice and full there. I mean, but that's in obviously you've got shorts on.
Yeah, I mean, my glutes weren't the hardest. Yeah. They were still like striated, but I mean, like, not super deep cuts. So, and I think like they're rewarding guys that has super striated glutes more than people that actually has a better flowing physique.
True, but I think but at some point, you look really good here, but at some point you have to say to yourself, you got to be in shape. I think they have to you have to have a certain, I'm not saying you have to be the best, but you have to have a certain level of conditioning where they say, okay, you know what, this guy did his homework.
Yeah.
Now we can reward him.
Yeah.
Because I think they're not supposed to, but I think they judge you against your best.
They've
seen you better, and I think that's what
I think they do as well, or at least they judge me in a way that if I don't improve my conditioning from time to time, they will not reward me.
Or you're not bringing the same level of conditioning.
Yeah, it might be that as well.
Okay. So. Now I see he's got his own Smart Shake shaker. How come you look like Samir Benoot on the little caricature there?
Does it look like Samir Benoot?
Yeah.
He does?
Yeah.
Maybe he does. No, that's me. That's my
Samir might sue you for copyright infringement.
No. That's my signature pose. Yeah. So, yeah.
Because it looks like you only have a mustache in the thing, in the caricature.
Oh, yeah. There's no mustache at all. It's just shadow. But it's a good thing to look like Samir Benoot, though.
That's true. Yeah. Now you do have a lot of sponsors, which is great because it allows you to train. And really focus on bodybuilding full time.
Yeah, I've been fortunate to have good backup. They're not like super huge as they were back in the 90s, what I hear you guys were getting paid. But
Right.
I mean, I still have like 4 main sponsors that pay me so I can live on it. I have Nocco, I have Smart Shake, Iron Rebel, and Phoenix Nutrition. So yeah.
Are you training people still in Dubai?
Yeah, I do. I do some personal training in Dubai, and also do online coaching. So anyone who wants online coaching can just contact me on my Instagram or email, which is imaginefutureyou@gmail.com.
Okay.
So
What gym are you working out of over there?
I live in Sharjah now, which is a bit outside Dubai,
Okay.
but I still go to Dubai every day. So I train at Binus Gym in Dubai, and then I have 2 gyms in Sharjah where I train, EH Gym and Elite Gym as
Right.
well.
Now, where's Rami training these days? Because I know he's in Dubai.
No, he moved back to Kuwait.
Oh, he's back to Kuwait.
Yeah,
Really?
he's at Platinum Gym in Kuwait.
Oh, that's what's his name? Bader's competition over there.
Yes, exactly.
The Wawan, right?
No, it's not one.
Oh, it's a different gym.
Yeah, it's a different gym.
Now I heard Platinum is I thought that Oxygen was the biggest gym, but I heard Platinum is bigger. Is that true?
I'm not sure. I've never been to a Platinum Gym, but it might be that they have some facilities
That's crazy.
that are bigger.
That's crazy. Now, why did Rami come to Dubai to begin with?
I don't know for sure, but I think it was too much pressure from too many people around him.
So he wanted to get out of there for a little bit. Okay, so now he's back.
Yeah, but it's not back with the same people.
Right, but he's back. He had a house in Kuwait, right?
Yeah, and he had a house in Dubai as well. So, but I mean,
he does?
I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I haven't spoken to him in a while, so I'm not sure what his plan is.
Was he playing? Was he training at the same gym you were at?
Yeah, he
for
was.
A while?
Yeah, he was.
What do you think's going on with him? How come he didn't? Is he gonna? He's not going to compete, obviously, at the Olympia this year because he didn't qualify.
No.
What did he have an injury?
I don't think so. I heard people talking about a shoulder injury, but the way I've seen him train, it doesn't look like he had
No,
an
he
injury.
didn't have an injury.
No,
so what do you think it was? You think he just mentally wasn't in it?
Probably maybe just needed some rest, or it can be mentally as well.
I mean, this would have been a perfect year to do the Olympia. Obviously, there's no one in the show.
Yeah, for sure.
But I guess if you lose when there's not that many people in the show, that's
even worse. Yeah,
that's even worse.
That's
Right?
even worse.
I always say, imagine you do the show and you don't have anyone in the show and you don't do well. I mean, that's a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Now, the fact that you're not in the Olympia this year, is that depressing for you?
No, I mean, like, it is what it is. I had a bad competition year, but I had a really good business year, like with sponsors and other. I have coming up now 4 or 5 guest appearances this autumn.
Right.
So I still had a good year, but it wasn't that good competition wise, and I can also always just start over again next year and focus on coming in.
Yeah, hopefully you won't have any injuries. Hopefully you won't have any injuries. Now, give us an idea of what a day in the life of Samir Troudi is like living in Dubai now that you're in Dubai.
Well,
on a full-time basis.
I wake up in the morning, I do my cardio, watch RXMuscle when I do cardio.
There's nothing else to watch.
No. And then I have my breakfast, sit with the computer, maybe work with some online clients, do some things. Then we have a few meals, go to the gym, train.
So you drive all the way to Dubai every day?
Yeah.
How long is that?
It's not that far. It's like 20-25 minutes.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah. So it's basically the same as I had before, even if I lived in Dubai. So.
Right. Is it now? Why did you move outside of Dubai? Is it too?
It's cheaper, and it's since I don't have to be at the gym all day, I can stay in Sharjah, which is half the price, the rent, and all the food is cheaper as well.
Do people like in that area of the city? Is it very what do you speak? What language there?
Most people speak English. It's the native language is Arabic, but I mean it's only 17% there are Emiratis in UAE. So
that's true. Now I noticed everyone was speaking English when I was there, but I didn't know if outside the city it was the same way.
It's more or less the same. So.
And do you still see that Dubai has a lot? Is there still a lot of opportunity in Dubai?
Yeah, there is.
So you would stay there. You're not.
I'm not moving from Dubai now. Okay. Anytime close.
So you think that there's a lot of business opportunity still? Now I noticed because Dubai started out as like this pure city, no taxes, no this, no that. Now you're telling me that they're adding taxes.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's not income tax they're adding like taxes on sales taxes on certain products.
He told me that. Tell him what the energy drinks cost there.
Yeah, the Nocco now they sell it for what is it, 20 dirhams out, which is like
just like $5.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
out to the clients.
He said that they give it's a 50% or is 100%.
No, 100%
tax on energy drinks.
On energy drinks.
That's weird. What about coffee?
No, coffee is not an energy drink. So,
Okay, so just like if you're gonna have like a Red Bull, it's gonna be double the price. There.
Because it depends on both the caffeine and the carbonation. So when they mix carbonated drinks with caffeine,
right,
it becomes like the super energy drink.
like the carbonation does anything.
Yeah, exactly.
The reason they put carbonation is just tastes better.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah,
that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, Dubai has all these weird, like, in one sense, it's amazing, and then all of a sudden, for no reason, they'll charge you like a ridiculous amount of money for this. What would you say were the best? Like, if someone's going to Dubai to vacation, what is like the best deals like to get? What do you want to buy in Dubai? Where do you want to really go in Dubai that you would say, hey, that's where you should be focusing on?
I mean, like if you're buying stuff, I think like electronics and gold is still very cheap.
Still very cheap.
Yeah, and then you can go to certain areas where you find everything cheaper. Like
what area would that be?
It can be like areas like Satwa, which is like more like most Indians that lives there.
Okay.
And they have like their own shops where they sell like cheap stuff. And
you can bargain with them.
Yeah, exactly. And there is like the China market where they sell like cheap products as well.
Right.
You can live cheap in Dubai. It's possible. So
it is possible.
Yeah, it is.
You don't think it's going to become one of these very expensive cities down the road?
I mean, like, if you're gonna live in Dubai, the rent is always gonna be expensive. But you can always live around Dubai in the areas close to Dubai.
Now, I was there last December, so that's probably about 6 or 8 months.
Yeah.
What has changed? Because I know they're always building shit there. It's never the same. They're always changing. What has been changed since I've been there last?
Not much, to be honest. No.
Now, I know that they're supposedly building that new tower. It's going to be what?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything.
Kilometer up in the air.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything about that yet. No.
So they haven't even started that yet.
I don't know, to be honest. But
Well,
what they're doing,
what
they're doing now is they are focusing on the Expo 2020. So they're building that.
What is that?
It's the World Expo. It's gonna be from October 2020 till April 2021. So it's an expo that is a half year. So
it's gonna be like a world fair almost.
Yeah, exactly.
And what are they gonna be? What is gonna be there?
Everything.
It's gonna be like just a crazy tourist attraction.
Everything.
Oh, okay.
Everything's gonna be there.
It'll probably be so they figure it's gonna be a mob scene in that city. Then.
So
that's the only thing I noticed. It's getting a lot more congestion and traffic there since I was.
Yeah, it is. The traffic is very bad, especially if you go from Sharjah to Dubai. But I only go in the nights, so it's fine. So.
So you go at night to the gym?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So what do you do all day?
Just rest, sleep, eat.
Oh, he's living the bodybuilding dream lifestyle.
Full-time bodybuilder.
Yeah, exactly. And when will we see you on stage again? Next year?
I promised my wife to take like almost a year off. Okay. So I'll see maybe Toronto and Tampa next year. Two shows.
That'll give you some time to put some muscle back on that you lost and to focus on business. Right? Yeah. After all, you got to pay the bills.
Exactly. So
bodybuilders have a very short lifestyle.
Some have, some don't. I mean, like
I don't think with your back you're not going to be Dexter Jackson competing when you're 50.
You want to bet on it?
Yeah. Don't bet me. Don't bet me. Believe me, things fall apart when you hit 40 years old. You're young still. How old are you now?
36.
Yeah, you're still young. You're in your prime years, but when you hit 40, things don't heal. Like when you hurt your back, you wind up getting surgery. You don't lay in bed and heal it up.
No,
that's how it works.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to be in Fort Myers, for the day now?
Yeah, I'm going to Fort Myers for the day, and then tomorrow we fly back. I fly back to Dubai. My parents fly back to Sweden.
Were you flying out of Orlando?
Yeah, exactly.
That if anyone ever goes to Dubai from the U.S., you got to take if you're in Florida, you go Orlando. It's a direct flight. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Emirates, you flying?
Yeah, flying with Emirates.
Oh, it was so nice. I didn't want to get off the plane. I could have gone for another 12 hours on the plane. It was like so relaxing. What was it, like 13 hours flight, right?
Yeah, it's 14 or 13.
People are like, oh, it's a terrible flight. I'm like, are you kidding me? It was like going on vacation.
I'm fortunate to have friends working in Emirates, so they only get me good ticket prices.
Oh, they upgrade you too?
No upgrades, but I get good prices on
people don't realize the regular seats are beautiful.
Yeah. The economy class is like business normal. So.
I was watching movies. I was eating food. It was great.
Yeah.
So. Well, thank you for coming to the studio.
Thank you.
Good luck. Next year, and there's an off chance that I could be in Dubai at the end of the year.
I hope so. Yeah. And if anyone wants to book me for like guest appearances, you can
do they do that?
Just contact me on Instagram or my email. Easiest is Instagram, Samir Troudi.
Okay, yeah, so, you're very good with social media. You put a lot of posts.
Yeah, I do. So,
all right. Well, thanks for coming to the studio. Good seeing you, my friend.
Thanks, appreciate it.
And maybe we'll do some sushi at the end of the year. Again.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, and guys, that's going to take us to the end of another episode of RX Muscles live in studio. I'm Dave Palumbo. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, this was 1 week out. No, 3 days out.